We're sitting at the dining room table today, which can only mean one thing. Things are about to get serious. In February of 2024, I challenged myself to stop spending like an idiot, and I basically didn't spend any money unless it was an expected bill or a justified expense. I really didn't think that I'd be able to save as much money as I did, and it was almost like a shock in a way of like, what the heck am I spending my money on? Do you know what I mean? But we all know what I'm spending my money on. Dumb shit that I don't really need because I'm a dopamine shopper, okay? I like a little dopamine hit, a little treat for myself. I go to the grocery store, I go, ooh, that deodorant smells good. I'm gonna pick that up even though I have like 2 other perfectly full deodorants. I don't need another one, but I'm buying it anyway. And those things are not cheap. And little purchases like that add up really fast throughout the month. However, I found that month very restrictive, and there were definitely moments where I felt frustrated with myself for having to stick to the super rigid, like you can't spend any money, like you're not doing it. And I chose February for a reason, because it's the shortest month. So I thought it would be easy to tell myself that it's only for, you know, this many days. It's not even a full real month. And like I said, I was able to actually save quite a bit of money, which was a shock and a delightful surprise. However, because it was so restrictive, I did find myself sort of slipping back into some dopamine shopping habits afterward. I definitely would say that I was a lot better. I was doing better at just recognizing if I was buying this thing that I saw because I actually needed it. Was it something that I just wanted for fun? Is it something I'm going to actually use? So I think in that way, it really did help me to kind of narrow down, zone in on what things I actually need when I'm shopping, and just be a little bit more mindful when I was out and about picking things up, or even just doing online shopping. Because one thing that hits me a lot is those like 2 a.m. Instagram ads. That's when I make my dumbest purchases, okay? I really do. However, I will say that the majority of the time they are fun things, and they don't just like sit in a closet, and they're things that I do use. Like I'll see a t-shirt that I think is funny or cute and I want it, and then I'll just buy it from there. So that's something that I don't need to be doing, but something that I do, something that I was able to cut back on, but not cut out. And so I think because of how February went and how I realized that I spend too much money on a lot of dumb things, I was able to do better throughout the year and not spending stupid amounts of money and actually saving quite a bit of money. So by the time Christmas rolled around, for the first time in my life, it wasn't a financially stressful time for me, which was the weirdest feeling of all time. I kept thinking, like, honestly kind of panicking a little bit in my brain, thinking some large chunk of money didn't go out to where it's supposed to go, and I'm like stressed out, I'm freaking out, I'm trying to figure out where this money needs to be, but it's just in my bank account and I can put it in savings now. And if you have ever lived paycheck to paycheck like I did for quite a long time, then you know that is such a relieving feeling. Honestly, I can't even begin to explain how nice that feels. Like, just so good. It feels so good. So basically I want to start 2025 off with a challenge for myself. Not as restrictive as February 2024 of no spending, but we are welcoming in 2025, the year of low buy, for the whole year. 12 months, beginning to end. Let's see what we can do. Now you'll notice that I said low buy, not no buy, low buy, because I have set some rules for myself to make it a little bit less restrictive and therefore hopefully more attainable for the entire year, and something I can actually stick to and feel good about and not feel super restricted and upset and frustrated. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's chat about the rules that I've set for myself for this year-long challenge, which is a long time, but I think we can do it. I think we can manage, I really can. The first rule, I am allocating myself $100 per month for fun spending. Little treats here and there. $100 for just things that I don't necessarily need, but would make life easier, or is maybe just something I've had my eye on for quite a while. And I think that that puts me in a good spot where if there's like a random occasion or something where I feel like I need a piece of clothing that's more appropriate, let's say, I think I can work that in very easily there. I feel like putting a hard limit of $100 per month of fun money, at the same time, it feels like a lot, but also it's not really that much money. If there's a large purchase that comes up where I'm like, ooh, I would like that new camera lens or something like that, then I'm gonna have to save up for however many months it takes to get that amount of money. And I feel like because of that, it's going to make the money more precious to me, and therefore I'm probably more unlikely to actually spend it. I don't know why, okay? That's just how my brain works. If it's in short supply, I just want to hoard it like a little dragon and not spend my money on anything. So we'll see how that goes. I'm thinking that's maybe what's going to happen, but obviously I'm not entirely sure. We will see what happens as we go along. This of course means stop buying dumb shit. No more 2 a.m. Instagram ads. If I see something on an ad on Instagram in the morning, put it in a list. I'm going to make a little list, a little notepad list, okay? And then if I still am thinking about that thing a week or two later, weeks later, if it can fit into the $100 a month budget of fun, then I think that could be something that is okay to purchase. My next rule is no takeout. No eating out, none of that shit, unless I'm paying for it with my cash tips from work. That's usually what I spend my tips on anyway, and we don't tend to eat out a lot just in general, so I think that this should be pretty okay and make it a little easier to say no to those $60 Chinese food trips that sometimes randomly pop up and happen, okay? But also, if for some reason I'm out and about and I'm like, holy shit, I'm so hungry, maybe that can come out of the $100. I still have some little kinks to work out in this, okay? We're just doing a general overview here. So basically that's the no buy list, all right? Nothing that is over $100 per month. No stupid Instagram ad purchases, no takeout unless it comes out of cash tips or it fits into the $100 a month allocation. Let's now chat about some things that I am allowing myself to purchase. So things that I am allowed to buy are, say for example, if something needs to be replaced. My winter boots, okay? Say they blow out for some reason, I don't know why. I live in the Midwest, it is snowing, I do a lot of walking outside, I need good winter boots. I've had the ones that I have now since high school, and they are workhorses, so I don't actually foresee those dying anytime soon, but just as an example for something that I do kind of need to function on a day-to-day basis. So things like that. I won't feel guilty about spending money on stuff like that. Like if it's something that needs to be replaced, then all for it, okay? I'm not gonna make myself feel guilty about needing a new pair of winter boots should the need arise. Another thing that I'm allowing myself to spend kind of with reckless abandon, which that won't really happen, is sewing stuff. If you've watched my channel at all, you know that I've dabbled into sewing in 2024 and kind of built upon my skills quite a bit, and I made a few little items here and there, and it's honestly, it's so much fun. And I don't spend a ton of money as it is now on fabric and whatnot, just because, I don't know, it always seems like it's so expensive, and so I just don't do it. So I think this is an okay thing for me to allow myself to purchase throughout the year, especially because when you're buying fabric or like sewing accoutrement, haberdashery and whatnot, you're putting that towards doing something useful and like working on a skill with your hands. And I think that that's okay. And that's not something that I want to cut out from the rest of the year, because that sounds really sad and upsetting. I think sewing is a really good hobby to have. Each project usually takes me quite a bit of time, and so that's a dopamine hit in itself. So finishing a project, like cutting out the fabric, it feels so good. Ironing, pinning, I love it all. I love the whole process. So I think that that's a good dopamine hit zone that I can be utilizing more efficiently, I guess, throughout the year, if that makes any sense. Another thing that I'm allowing myself to spend money on is home improvement purchases. We bought our house with the full intention of just slowly kind of fixing it up a little bit here and there are quite a few things that do need some help, and just things that we haven't really gotten around to yet, because the house is completely functional the way it is. It's just maybe not like pretty, really. But one project I would love to tackle this year, I'm not sure if I actually will, but one thing I would love to tackle is our walk-in closet in our bedroom. I'm pretty sure the walls are uninsulated, so it's absolutely freezing in there in the wintertime. Also just a freaking disaster because it's not very well laid out at all. It's not a good closet. We don't use it efficiently, and I would like to make it a more efficient closet zone. So if that has to include tearing the paneling off the walls, putting insulation in, putting up new drywall paneling, whatever needs to be done, that kind of thing, I'm okay with spending money on, because it's such a big project that will I actually do it? I don't know. But if I'm feeling like, I need to spend money, maybe I'll put that energy into researching the things that I need and what I'm gonna have to do to tackle this closet project. And I think that we would be putting in some sort of like IKEA walk-in closet system, that kind of thing. They seem really well laid out and the kind of thing that would just be really perfect in that closet. So that is something that I would allow myself to spend money on, simply because it's a big project, so I don't know if I actually will. But then, if I need somewhere to put some like shopping energy, that's a good spot to put it. Same thing with the first floor bathroom. It's completely functional and totally fine, but there's just like a few little things that might be nice. I really need a bigger cabinet in that bathroom to hold things, because it's way too small. It's simply just too small, and I've been meaning to get a new one for quite a while, or just some alternate shelves in there, but I just haven't really gotten around to it or thought about it too much, so that's another thing that I will let myself spend money on. Things like throw pillows for the couch and stuff, that's not considered a home improvement purchase. That's more of like a fun to have design thing. But if for some reason there are pillows, I'm like, ooh, I must have these throw pillows, then they will come out of the $100 a month budget. And I think that is a perfectly reasonable way to approach that. Because am I gonna want to spend that money on pillows? No, we already have so many. Obviously, basic bills and whatnot are not going to count towards the money that I'm spending every month. And that's including things that might just pop up randomly, like healthcare bills, dentists, stuff like that, taking the dogs to the vet. Like those things aren't super predictable, but they will pop up here and there. And so I'm not gonna include those in the no spending category because they're things that need to be done, obviously. So pretty much this entire year of 2024, I was saving up for one major purchase for the house, which is fence fund, okay? Fence fund for the dogs. Every single dollar I've ever made from YouTube has gone into fence fund. And while that's not a lot of money at all in any way, it is a tiny bit of a dent in my goal that I set for myself, which was $10,000. And I am so close to reaching that goal, all right? We're so close there. While that is all of my savings that I have at the moment, that's actually not how much the fence costs. It's quite a bit lower than that. I just wanted to have a bit of a buffer, so it feels really good, and we'll be starting 2025, not with like a zeros fund, but I basically want to start 2025 its own savings fund in a way, and then just see how much money I can save throughout the year. I think it's going to be more than I was able to save this year because I was for sure quite lax about it after February. But just anytime I had money left over in my bank account before depositing my next paycheck, I would just move that over to savings. This year-long challenge pretty much just pertains to me. I am pretty sure my husband has no interest in doing a low buy month. He likes buying stuff, okay? He doesn't spend too much random money, I don't think anyway, so this is just about me. We will only be tracking the things that I'm spending my money on. Honestly, excited, because it's very satisfying to save money. And even though it's really satisfying to also spend money, that's such a brief, fleeting moment of like satisfaction that you get. The feeling I have now, seeing my bank account at like the highest number it's ever been, because I mean, I've mentioned this in my last video, I have never been in a job that I make a lot of money. I don't have a ton of disposable income. I never have. And seeing how much money I actually was able to save, even in that 1 month, even if I didn't really continue on for the rest of the year, I feel like that just kind of like fueled the fire. It made me feel like, okay, I can actually do this. We can actually start making some waves financially, okay? We gotta stop being stupid, stop spending your money on dumb shit that's very temporary, and save up for like those bigger things. And I feel like along the way, you do need those little like cookies. You need a little cookie purchase here and there, you know what I mean? Okay, that's what we're calling it. The $100 a month fund is cookies. My cookie for the month. That's the kind of thing that we'll be talking about, all right? I don't know why I love that so much, but it's just like a little tiny snack, a little snack treat, a $100 snack treat. And maybe I just spend like $20 1 month, etc., etc. I'm thinking that if I don't spend the $100, obviously that's gonna roll over to the next month. Like that seems totally reasonable, totally fine. That's where we're gonna go. I'm not gonna like, you only get $100 a month and that's it. If you don't spend it, it's gone. I'm not gonna do that kind of thing. I think I can handle that. I think I can maintain composure around a 2 a.m. Instagram ad and just see how much progress we can actually make this year. I know we can do it. I know we can. I believe in myself. I'm not really gonna set a savings goal. I pretty much just wanna see how much we can save up. How much money is going into that savings fund? How much am I not spending on dumb shit? And I think that's gonna be really fun. I think it's gonna be very satisfying. And we'll do little check-ins here and there to see how things are going, because I think I probably will get frustrated with this quite a few times along the way, because a year is a really long amount of time and random expenses come up here and there. And honestly, sometimes I'm just dumb and forget that I've set rules for myself for things and forget about it. Then all of a sudden I'll have like a $70 Abercrombie & Fitch order arriving at the door. Are you with me? Are you gonna stop spending money on dumb shit as well this year? Because we can be in this together, all right? We'll have little check-ins. We can chat in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. I believe in us, all right? We can do this. 2025, the year of low buy. So me and you, all right, we just gotta lock in. We gotta lock in, stop spending money on dumb shit, start saving more, all right? We can do this. Me and you, $100 a month cookie fund, that's what we got. I just say me and you because it makes me feel better and more supported, even if you're not actually doing this with me. Okay, I think that's about it. I think that pretty much covers my ideas of 2025, year of low buy. I'm very much looking forward to it. I hope you are too. I don't know, maybe we'll do like monthly check-ins or something like that. That seems reasonable. So I guess we'll just start and see how it goes. I know this video is coming out on the 29th, and so we have a little tiny smidge of time to spend stupid money if we want, okay? which I'm not, okay? I won't be doing that, I promise. I won't be spending stupid money just because time's almost up. So, lock in, strap your wallets down, put a ban on that bank account at 2 a.m. Can I do that? Can I stop purchases at like 2, between certain, I wonder. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I can like mute my bank app for certain amounts of times on my phone. That honestly might be helpful. Okay, you know what? Lock in, guys. 2025, the year of low buy. I'm really looking forward to it. Let me know in the comments if you're gonna be participating with me or doing some sort of version yourself, because I think it's really fun. If we can all support each other and be like, hey, I really wanted to buy this month, but I said no. I said, no, we're not buying dumb shit. And we'll all be like, yay, you did a good thing, good job. But then of course it's okay if you still wanna save up for that thing, that's A-okay. No shame, okay? We're doing this guilt-free. If you accidentally spend a little bit of money, that's okay. You know what? Can you return it? Well, maybe return it. But if not, we'll just take a couple of deep breaths and then we'll say, dang, I did a bad job. All right, I had no planned way of ending this video. 2025, year of low buy, looking forward to it. Hope you are too, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.